Business.
I'm Giacomo Kulam. I'm here to defend my challenge.
The appellant and the defendant being entered into the lists. The defendant took his place. Where they would be searched by the constable and the marshal of their points, and that they be true and without any manner of deceit upon them. See that they bear that which they said they would bear. The sword is not the same. My lord, these swords are not paired. The squire has arrived with a smaller and lighter weapon.
That may not be.
And keener of point.
They shall be armed with matched swords.
The Lord has determined that you will be armed at his pleasure with his weapons. The Lord has also prepared a set of spears for you to use at his pleasure.
Please bring forth the mass book. I shall read the cartello of challenge of Sir David Farrell, knight in arms to Sir Geoffrey Peel, adventurer to Giacomo Kulam, squire. Item: let it be known to all who care for justice and honor that having long sought advantage in my lord's company, and having failed to attain it, that the squire Giacomo has stood in my lord's hall and claimed that I have broken the commandments, and shamed my lady wife Melissa by having intimate converse with Maestra Natalia of Philadelphia, and that in making such a claim has further impugned the reputation of that gentlewoman and caused her to lose standing within her guild for being seen as a slattern and an adulteress. Item: thus let me say to the squire Giacomo that he has lied in this claim, and is himself guilty of abusing the Lord's most holy commandment, to wit, by bearing false witness. And further, let me say that in making these claims against the good Maestra Natalia, he has shown first that he is no gentleman, and second, that he is a coward, for having made claim against one to whom class and nature have seen fit to make him capable of standing against him. Item: therefore, do I call upon the squire to recant his false claims forthwith and in public. And if that shall not be so, then I shall impress upon him to do so with the arms that all men of our profession should be acquainted. Should he accept this challenge, then I shall find a field in which the matter may be honorably settled. And should he recuse, I shall confirm to all that he's a coward and a liar. Item: and that the Giacomo may not hide, this cardinal shall be hung as a manifesto through the Paduan lands, which has been done. Item: and that this matter shall be settled in arms before God in no more than 40 days from the response to this cartel. On this 31st day of March, the year 1409, I, David Farrell, knight, have set my signature, witnessed duly by Gian Galeazzo Faldini, who is present to the writing of the above, and has affixed his seal as witness. Thus the words of David Farrell.
What you've just heard is a simple cartello. Note several points. He is the person accused of adultery, as is the good lady. Yet he is the defendant, not him. The charge is not adultery. The charge is his lying and bearing false witness over a case of adultery, which he claims to have been the only person to see. Therefore, there are no witnesses. There is no way for the truth to be discovered in any other fashion. Further, note that the lady is incapable, by not just gender, but by rank, to issue her own defense. She is a guildswoman. He is a squire, and therefore part of the knightly class.
Thou, Sir David Farrell, this thy bill is sooth in all points and articles, from the beginning, continuing therein to the end, and that is thine intent to prove this day on the aforesaid Giacomo Kulam, squire, so God help thee and these saints.
That I swear.
Cartello challenge of Giacomo Kula, squire to Messire David Farrell, Cavalier Inglese. Item, that having received...
Squire, thou knowest well this thy bill and this warrant and pledge that thou gavest in the court of your lord. Thou shalt lay thy right hand upon these saints, and shalt swear in manner as follows. Thou, Giacomo Kula, this thy bill is sooth in all points and articles, from beginning, continuing therein to the end, that this is thine intent, to prove this day on the aforesaid Sir David Farrell, so God thee help and these saints.
I do swear.
Bring forth again.
Sir David Farrell, thou swearest that thou neither hast nor shalt have more or any points on thee or on thy body within these lists, but that is assigned by the court. That is to say, a long sword, a spear, and a dagger, nor any other knife, little or big, nor any other instrument, nor engine of point, or otherwise, nor stone of virtue, nor herb of virtue, nor charm, nor drug, nor sign, nor any other enchantment by thee or for thee by which thou trustest the better to overcome Giacomo Kula, thine adversary, nor that thou trustest in any other thing, but only in God and thy body and thy rightful quarrel, help thee God and the saints. Yes, I swear. Giacomo Kula, thou swearest that thou hast neither nor shalt have more points or any point on thee or on thy body within these lists, but they are assigned by the court. That is to say, a long sword, a spear, and a dagger, nor any other knife, little or big, nor any other instrument or engine of point, or otherwise, nor stone of virtue, nor herb of virtue, nor charm, nor drug, nor sign, nor any other enchantment by thee or for thee by which thou trustest the better to overcome Sir David Farrell, thine adversary, nor that thou trustest in any other thing, but only in God and thy body and on thy rightful quarrel, so help thee God and the saints.
I do so swear.
Then thou, Sir David Farrell, appeller, you shall take Giacomo Kula, defender, by the right hand, and he shall so take thee. Thank you, Harold.
Stand then before me.
Come before your Lord.
Place your left hands upon the missal. Sir David Farrell, appeller, thou swearest by the faith thou givest in the hand of thine adversary, Giacomo Kula, defender, and by all the saints, that thou touchest with thy left hand, that thou shalt this day do all thy true power and intent by all the ways that thou best mayest or canst to prove thine intent on Giacomo Kula, thine adversary and defender, to make him yield himself up to thine hand, vanquish, to cry or speak, or else make him die by thine hand, before thou wend out of these lists by the time the son that thee is assigned by this court, by thy faith, and so help thee God and these saints. Giacomo Kula, defender, thou swearest by thy faith that thou givest in the hand of thine adversary, Sir David Farrell, appellate, and by all the saints that thou touchest with thy left hand, that today thou shalt do all thy true power and intent, by all ways thou canst, mayest, to defend thine intent of all that is put upon thee by Sir David Farrell, thine adversary, by thy faith, so help thee God and all these saints.
I do so swear.
Oyez, oyez, oyez. Charge and command by the Lords Constable and Marshal that none of great value and of little estate, of what condition or nation that he be so hardy henceforward to come nigh the list by 4 feet, or to speak, or to cry, or to make countenance, or token, or semblance or noise whereby either of these parties, Sir David Farrell, Appeller, and Giacomo Kula, defender, may take advantage the one upon the other upon peril of losing life and limb and their goods at the king's will.
Will the marshals please take their place at the edges of the list? We'll come back to arm themselves and make ready. David, please turn. Disordered with your armor. Now then, gentlemen, here are the rules of combat as your lord has dictated. You shall begin wielding the spear if, after 5 blows have been struck one upon the other, no advantage hath been gained, you shall turn to the sword. And again, so doing, if 5 blows have been struck, and 9 have been cast down, nor driven from the lists, nor cried quarter, you shall turn to the dagger, and you shall wield the dagger until this matter is decided. Do you understand?
Yes.
I understand.
Enclose your visors and take up your spears. My Lord Harold, we are ready.
Laissez les aller. Laissez les aller. Laissez les aller, and do their duty in God's name.
Gentlemen, at arms. Let this matter be settled before God. Halt to the center of the list. My lord, I saw 2 such blows struck. Gentlemen, continue. And a 3rd against the head of the squire. Continue.
I count that a blow.
Then 1 more blow with the spear. Oh! The spear has shattered. And the 5th blow struck.
Set them to swords.
Begin. Just put the point in the other once. The squires put a 2nd into the arm of Sir David. 3 blows have been struck. Fourth blow. The The one previous passed under the man's arm. There's one more blow, and then it shall be settled with daggers.
Tired already? You were young.
The fifth blow, my lord, with the quillins into the nail.
That goes to the daggers.
I need my dagger.
Then, with daggers, until God has the right of it, begin.
Ho, ho!
Your lord cries, hold.
This matter is settled.
Rise. Take his belt. Turn and face your lord. He would speak.
This matter is settled. I will hear no more.
And it happens.
You may bow now.
You step to your side of the list and you unto your own.
Wait, I wish them to shake hands.
As your lord wishes. Remove your gauntlets and shake hands. And clasp one another as brothers before your lord.
Let the matter settled between you.
He says that the matter is settled between you.
So it is, my lord. That it is.
You may part. My lord, the lady asks what of her. The lady asks what of her. And so the Lord, taking the matter into his own hands, makes them agree without more fighting. And then the constable, taking one party and the marshal the other, shall lead them to opposite sides of the list. And turn the page. Yes. And showing them the will. Once all has been done, and their weapons divested of them, then and only then, as they are found, and so the Lord, having taken the quarrel into his own hands, they shall remove their helms and come together and so they shall be led out of the gate side by side as equals, that neither might pass out before the other, nor either be said to have gained advantage thereby.